On behalf of the entire Skier's Choice family, we'd like to welcome you to the Supra Boats family. Obviously, buying a new boat can be very exciting, and during the delivery process, sometimes you don't hear everything that the dealer tells you. So we want to take some time to cover the basics, talk about things you should and shouldn't do, whether you're a brand new boater or a long-time boater. Again, we realize this has already been covered for you, but we thought this would be a great review. So we're going to cover the basics, take you through the boat. We're excited about it. I'm sure you guys are excited about it. So with that, let's get started.
So obviously to get to the lake, we need to hook the trailer up to the vehicle, right? So let's just cover a few basics on the trailer. Supras come with either a 2 or a 2 5/16 ball. The SE and SL are a 2 5/16 ball. The SA and SR are a 2-inch ball. So we have the ball connector here, obviously. Then we want to make sure we hook our safety chains up to the tow vehicle. Here we've got our brake cable. Make sure that's secured in case the trailer happens to come off. You've got your brake cable that'll activate the brakes. We've got our locking pin here, which once you lock the coupler to, make sure that goes in nice and tight. And last but not least, your electrical lights connection. Make sure that's secured to the vehicle. Now once we're hooked up, we're ready to go. If your Supra boat is optioned with the transom trailer straps, be sure to unhook them from the boat before launching in the water. Push the release tab, pull the straps off, let them retract, good to go. All Supras come equipped with 2 drain plugs. One transom drain plug at the rear here, and also a T-handle drain plug in the center of the hull. The T-handle drain is located inside the boat under the inspection plate. Just remove the inspection plate, look down in, you'll see the T-handle drains located in the center of the boat. Make sure both of those are in nice and tight to keep all water out of the boat. We get a lot of questions about battery operation, so we want to cover that. Behind the door here is your battery switch. There's a 3-position switch here. You can choose battery 1, battery 2, or battery 1 and 2. There's also an off position directly up top. Whenever you're running the boat, wakeboarding, surfing, riding around, you want to run the position on batteries 1 and 2. That way both batteries are getting charged while the boat is running. If you stop to hang out in a cove, listen to music, float around for a while, switch to battery 1 or battery 2 to always have a battery in reserve. Of course, when you're done for the day or done for the weekend, go ahead and switch the battery to the off position. Safety is obviously very important when you're on a boat, so be sure you have all your safety gear, from life jackets for every person, a fire extinguisher, a throwable flotation device. Always check with your local Coast Guard for safety gear requirements. Make sure you have all the safety gear you need for everyone to have a fun, safe day on the water. So now that we've covered the battery, let's do a quick electronics check in the boat. It's always good to key on, power up the boat, and check electronics before we actually launch in the water, whether it's off the trailer or off the lift. So I'm going to key on here, make sure all my electronics boot up correctly, and I'm ready to go. Whether your Supra boat is equipped with a Raptor 400, a Raptor 450, or the 575, it's important to run the right fuel. The 400 and 450 require a minimum octane of 89, while the 575 requires an octane of 93. So be sure you're running the correct octane fuel. Also, never run more than 15% ethanol in the fuel you choose. If you can find 100% fuel or ethanol free, that's ideal, but if not, make sure you stay 15% ethanol or lower to protect your boat.
Before you launch your boat, there's a few things on the screen that you need to check. The first thing you need to check is your battery voltage. You can do that by just hitting the battery icon here. It should be between 12 and 14 volts. Next is you should check your bilge and your blower operation on this screen. So here's the bilge icon and then the blower icon. Lastly is you should check your navigation lights. You can do that just by pressing the nav button here and just making sure everything works. Another thing you'll want to do a visual inspection on before you launch your boat is just the condition of your bilge. You can open this compartment here, just make sure there's not any excessive water in it. Also, periodically you should check the fluid levels of your oil and also your transmission and V-drive. While you have this hatch open, it's also a good idea to check the condition of the water strainer. Just make sure it's not clogged with too many weeds or any debris. For the first 10 hours, you want to make sure you follow the recommended break-in procedure. For the first hour, you should not exceed 2,000 RPM and vary your RPMs. For the second hour, do not exceed 3,000 RPMs, and again, make sure you vary your RPMs. For the next 7 hours, do not exceed 4,000 RPMs. After the first 10 hours, but before 20 hours of operation, take the boat to the dealer for its first engine and transmission oil and filter change and engine checkup. Your Inmar dealer is best equipped to check the engine immediately after break-in. Some additional tips is always to let the engine warm up before normal operation. Avoid fast accelerations and don't carry or pull a heavy load during the period. If your boat is equipped with ballast, do not use them during the first 10 hours. Check the engine and transmission fluid levels frequently. Try to vary your speed during the break-in process. Observe the gauge readings and check for loose mountings, fittings, nuts, bolts, or clamps. And then report any abnormal operation, noises, or vibrations to your dealer.
Now we're going to do a quick walkthrough of basically the layout of your screens. So on the right side here on your Vision Touch is the control screen. So this is going to have your stereo, your ballast and auto wake settings, and then at the bottom here it also has all your RGBs and lighting. And then in the center screen here, this is your display screen. So the cool thing about this, you can actually swipe between different views. So it'll show auto wake, you can show your cameras, your navigation, really easy to use. It also has your thrusters here if this is equipped on your boat. And then on your control screen, you can also navigate into your navigation here, and then also bring it up to a larger screen. You can pull that back down, then you can go also into your seat settings. You can use your electric powered heated seat here, and also for your passenger control for the heated seat of that seat as well. And now we'll do a quick walkthrough of the functionality of the dash and kind of where everything lays out. On the right side here, this is your control screen. So this is going to have your stereo, your auto wake and ballast section, and then down at the bottom it has your control area, which is your lights, also your seat controls. So you have your driver and passenger heated seats, and then your driver's seat is also electric, your bilge, your blower, and also the heater if the boat is equipped with a heater. You can also navigate from here into your GPS section. We can pull that up to a larger screen here. So obviously one of the most important parts of the boat is the stereo. On the top third of your screen here, this is your stereo controls. So to connect your phone, you're gonna go to Bluetooth Manager, hit the plus sign, you're gonna add new device, and then you'll just select this device on your phone and it'll connect. And then once your phone is connected, you can go into your zone control here. And this way you can control the whole boat here. You can select your bow, your subs, cockpit, tower, and dash, however many you want. You can toggle mute them, you can change the volume. Really easy to manipulate this. If you change something in your preset, you can actually hit the little save icon here, and then that will save as your custom preset, and you can actually save it with your name for it to be your stereo design. So one of the great aspects of Supra is all the standard features. With a Supra, you get a standard smart wheel as well as a standard surf system and also a standard smart plate. The smart plate is what controls the pitch of your boat, so basically the bow angle of the boat. So to adjust that, use the buttons on the back of your steering wheel here. You can see it changing on the dash there. Also on your steering wheel, you have speed control on the right side on the back of the wheels too. You can see it adjusting there with your cruise control. So new for 2022 on all Supras is our sliding seat design. Simply lift on the front of the seat here and pull towards you. It'll lock into one of the notches here, then pull forward or up towards you. This latch on top is your swivel latch. Pull that towards you. Swivels into your table here, pull it again, swivel it into your seat. Simply fold it back to the original spot, pull this latch here, this will fold it back down, and simply pull up, slide back into place. Optional onto all 2022 Supras are flip up seat backs on the transom here. Simply pull, lock into place. When you want to retract it, there's another spot right here where there's kind of like an indentation. You pull there, fold right back down. And this is how you operate your clamping racks on your Supra. Simply pull down these handles here to lock your boards in place. To release them, there's a button on both sides here. Press that in. To swivel your rack, pull down on this knob on the bottom, swivel it in, release the knob and it'll lock in place. Now we're going to show you how to unfold your bimini on the Supras. We've already taken off the bimini boot. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull this little latch here on both sides of the rear portion of the bimini. You're going to pull that down and slide the bimini out. You're going to pull all the way out, until it locks in place. Right like so. You're gonna come to the front here. Grab the arm, unfold, fold again, latch in place, and you're done. And to stow your bimini, the first thing you're gonna do is basically reverse the process of opening it. So we're gonna press this little latch here to unlatch the front of the bimini on both sides. We're gonna fold it back. Into the stow position here. Then we're gonna press these 2 pins on the back to unlock the rear section, and then slide these in until it latches. The proper way to stow your bimini is with the boot on, but we've also added a latch here that you can actually lock your bimini in place so that when you're folding the tower, your bimini will not unfold. To activate the lock, you push up, turn 90 degrees, release. Now it's in the lock position. To release it, press up, turn the 90 degrees back, unlocks. To fold your FX1 tower, simply press the down button here. Be sure that everything in front of the tower is out of the way as you fold it. Hold the button all the way down. As you can see, your seat will automatically move out of the way as your tower lowers. Hold the button all the way down. For your seat to move out of the way as you're lowering the tower, make sure your dash is turned on, otherwise there will not be power going to the seat and it will not move out of the way. To raise your tower, simply press the up button. In the same way as lowering it, you're gonna hold it all the way up. Your seat will automatically reset if the dash is turned on to its previous position. Hold it until it locks into place.
All right, keeping the exterior and interior of your boat clean should be super important. So make it a habit, just as you're pulling the boat out of the water, do a quick wipe down just to dry the boat off, get any water spots off. Each Supra is shipped with a cleaning bag seen here. It includes a bag, a small bottle of Dawn dishwashing soap, and also a spray bottle that has detailed instructions on how to mix.
Learn more at supraboats.com.